500 subscribers. To be honest, I'm very surprised I made it this far. I'm shocked that I managed to keep it going for this long, and I am chuffed that you all enjoy watching me lay around in front of a camera for 10 minutes every week, or however often you watch it. Above everything else, I make Slice of Ace for you guys, for the viewers. I just wanted to thank you for the support you've given me and for enjoying the content. I hope you will enjoy it for many months to come. However long I do this for, I don't know. Foreseeable future. Wearing my Ace shirt today. It's got cats, Ace cats. So I thought, normally I'm wearing my work shirts when I do these videos nowadays, but I thought I would represent wear an Ace shirt because celebration. I'm doing a Q&A today, so let's get on with the questions so I can answer them. That's how these work, right? Geeky Gamer Zach asks, what would you say is your spirit animal? See, this is a different question to what is your favourite animal? My favourite animal would be a platypus. Because it's so odd. It's this weird combination of loads of things, and they're adorable. But my spirit animal? That would have to be something that represented me. Most of the animals I like aren't necessarily like me. Like, I like sloths, but I have way too much energy to be a sloth. And I like cats, but they seem more elegant than I am. I was gonna say rabbit, but then they are notorious for breeding, which obviously wouldn't work. We're not getting anywhere with this one, so I'm going to do an online test and see if there's one for what is your spirit animal. I'm a turtle. Okay, that's my spirit animal. I'm a turtle. I quite like that result. Anyway, question 2. Sunmarsh asked, I feel like you've already mentioned your favourite type of cake, and do you have a sweet tooth? So I did mention my favourite type of cake. It's carrot cake. That's why the personal banners have got a carrot cake on them. Do I have a sweet tooth? God, yes. Absolutely. To a fault. I have to not stock any sugar, well, any sweets or cakes in my flat, otherwise they would just disappear. Samir C. Cat asked, what do your parents feel about your sexuality? How did they react when you came out? How did they feel about you being homoromantic, and do they consider you gay? So it's just my mum, and I told her about being ace first, and then about my homoromanticism. My mum is the nicest person in the universe, so, and I'm sure people who have met her would agree to some extent with that. She would have accepted me if I said anything to her. Like, really? I'm pretty sure she would accept me if I came home with someone's head. Although she might be a bit cross. Which is very fortunate of me, and I'm aware how fortunate I am. I don't actually remember how she reacted when I came out. I think she said something like, oh, I thought you were because of this. And it frustrated me because, one, I was never attracted to that person, and two, I was very young. I was like 10. But yeah, she doesn't mind. And do they consider me gay? No, because I told her I'm asexual, and I have an asexual YouTube channel that I told her about when I started it, although I forbade her from watching the videos because I feel like I can't talk openly and honestly about some things, if I know my mum's watching. Samantha Amy, who has a YouTube channel that you should go check out because she does good asexual videos, asked 2 questions. First, how is making friends in Edinburgh going? Well, not. But that's kind of my fault for not actually leaving my flat, other than for work and to buy shopping. I've been to a couple of the ACE meetups in Edinburgh and Glasgow since being here, and there's some nice people who I'd like to consider friends. I'm always wonder about how you consider someone a friend. Like, what is the distinction between them? An acquaintance and a friend. When is that line crossed? And can it be uncrossed? I don't know. And the second question was, apart from cake, what is your favourite snack? In terms of savoury snacks, I like the cheddars. The crackers, the cheese flavoured crackers. They're called cheddars, but not mini cheddars, because they're not as nice, because they're smaller and bigger things taste nicer. Except for marshmallows. I'm not on topic. I'm terrible at this, especially when I'm not planned talking about anything. Yes, cheddars are my ultimate comfort food for some reason. Snacks in general, I don't tend to snack. The one thing I will snack on is dark chocolate, normally like 70%. Purple Burst asked about the D&D character that I play. So his name was Canis Andarath. He is a Triton druid. Basically, in a nutshell version of his backstory is that his father went missing on a merchant voyage, and then his mother became very isolationist, and more so than regular Tritons, didn't allow him to leave the house, and especially not the underwater city that they lived in. And then eventually Canis, when he was older, went out looking for his father, and that's when he started the D&D campaign. But yes, basically he's this very naive, cheerful, he trusts everyone, he's not very adept socially, and the other bit was about making my character asexual and whether I feel uncomfortable about flirting and sex in D&D campaigns. Fortunately, this D&D campaign that I'm doing was organised through the Avon forums, so everyone playing is at least on the A spectrum, so sex and all that has never been an issue. I've never actually considered what sexuality Canis is because it wasn't important for his character. But the next character I'm going to be using, because I'm going to be continuing the campaign but switching to a different character, I think I'm going to make him gay. But it's not, once again, it's not going to be an important part of his character. It's just going to be another thing. I hope that answered your question. I kind of lost track. Moviemation asked, what made you want to start doing YouTube videos? Was there anything or anyone that pushed you to want to start a channel? So, there were 2 reasons why I started YouTube videos. 1, boredom. So, I'd finished university and it was taking me a while to find a job. So, I had a lot of free time and not much to do in it other than look for jobs, and you can't do that 24 hours a day because it's tiring and stressful. And you get a lot of rejection. I thought, let's start a YouTube channel. As you do. I like filling my time with things, okay? And the second reason was because I realised that there wasn't a regularly uploading ace YouTuber as far as I was aware. At least not one who focused exclusively on asexual and aromantic content. Because a few months before that, Amelia Ace stopped uploading videos. If you don't know who that is, she's probably been the most prevalent asexual YouTuber ever, as far as I'm aware. And she stopped posting videos last June, I think. So I thought, there's no one around to do it. I've taken a lot from this community, and I found other YouTubers, gay and asexual, to be very useful in coming to terms with myself. So I wanted to give back to the community and make these videos for other people. I didn't feel qualified. I didn't feel like I had the confidence to talk in front of a camera. I still don't, to be honest, but you people seem to enjoy it, and basically at the end of the day, if I share my story and it helps someone, that's enough for me. So to get back to the question, if anyone or anything pushed me to starting a YouTube channel, it would have been Amelia Ace stopping doing YouTube videos. Inquisitive Philosopher asked, has anything surprised you about your YouTube channel from when you first developed it to now? So, well, the thing that surprised me most, as I keep on mentioning, is your reception. The fact that people enjoy it and watch it on a regular basis and find value in it and it helps them. It's something that I never thought I was able to give to people, and it's been very fulfilling in that sense, being able to help people and being able to make people feel more comfortable about themselves, or just be a source of information, because knowledge is power. Mercy is Victory, who also goes by David Vogt in the comments, asked, what have you learned personally about asexuality or the ace community since starting your channel? Well, my belief that the ace community is full of kind and accepting and wonderful people has been reaffirmed time and time again. About asexuality, I've had to research a lot of things, and networking with people at the ACE conference in Edinburgh, talking to people who have had different experiences to me. So I can't really pinpoint anything in particular, especially since I do it every week and it's hard to keep track of what I knew at the start as opposed to what I know now. But yeah, I'm constantly learning, and I will probably be constantly learning as I do more videos, because there's always more to know. Celine asked, what non-LGBT related YouTube channels do you like to watch? Well, mainly it's music, video game design, and video game news. And the music is mostly video game music, to be honest. So in terms of video or music in general, Insane in the Rain music. In terms of video game design, we have Design Doc, Adam Millard, Architect of Games, I think it's called, and Game Maker's Toolkit. They all pretty much do a very similar thing, analysing games and game mechanics and game systems and what makes them tick, and so much goes into video games. They require art and music and maths and all these interlocking systems which come together to form fun. Whilst I've always enjoyed them for entertainment since I was a child, recently I've become very interested in game design. I did an online course in game design, and I just like breaking things down and finding out how it all works and why it all works. Avon, the Asexuality, Visibility and Education Network, asked, what was your favourite part of the ACE conference? My favourite part of the ACE conference was meeting other ACEs. I've never seen so many other ACE people in one place, and it was nice to share stories about asexuality and to talk to people who've had different experiences to me, and to meet such a diverse group of people within our community. Who are some other LGBT+ YouTubers to check out? Well, I did a video on that, which I will link in the description, and if I feel like it, I'll put a card up somewhere here, I think. But I probably won't, because I don't do that very often. If you're a cake, what kind would you be? So, this is once again a different question to my favourite type of cake, which we established was carrot cake, because this cake needs to embody me. So, I'm probably going to end up doing a quiz again, but let's think about it. I have brown hair and brown eyes, so I could be a chocolate cake, but probably not. Could be a rainbow cake because I'm gay, but that'd be boring. Could be a Victoria sponge cake because I'm British, and I have blood inside me, which is like jam coloured. But I'm not going to answer this question very well. Valerie Armageddon asked, where's the best place to get some asexual merchandise? So I would say probably go to online stores which sell custom made designs, something like Redbubble, maybe Etsy or eBay, you might be able to find something. I haven't looked in a while, or you just search on Google. Well, Redbubble will be for shirts in particular, but I think you can do the designs on other things. Etsy I'd say probably the best one. It depends what you want to find really. Just type in asexual something or other, you'll probably be able to find it. Favourite asexual character or characters? I don't know, there's a particular... There are asexual characters that I've liked, but none in particular I've loved. Really? The book I just read, Upside Down, which might have been my last video, might have been the video before, depending on how quick you get me to 500. That had a couple of asexual characters in, Jordan and Hennessy. Preferred Hennessy probably just because he didn't swear as much. I forgot to mention that in the video, there was a lot of swearing. Yeah, he was a good character, but nothing spectacular. Naomi asked, I'm not interested in sex and have never been interested in having a boyfriend or girlfriend or a relationship. Does that mean I'm weird? No, it doesn't mean you're weird at all. If you are not interested in sex, not interested in a relationship, honestly that sounds like aromantic asexual. I'm not the best person to talk about regarding this because I'm a romantic asexual, or an alloromantic asexual. But it's totally normal. I know society expects us to want a relationship, expects us to want sex, but it's completely fine if you don't. If you're happy without a relationship, if you're happy without sex, then be happy. Don't try to conform to other people's idea of happiness, because at the end of the day you have to do what makes you happy. And I realised that that question may not have been for the video, but still. If it's not, I'm sorry I didn't answer straight away. Avon again asked, what advice would you give to someone coming out? So it's difficult. Coming out is very personal and it's particular to the situation you're in, the people you need to come out to, or people you want to come out to. I would say do it with someone you can trust first, and someone you know who will accept you. A close friend who is liberal-minded, maybe they already have LGBT+ friends, if that's possible, come out to them first. One, because it will make you more at ease when you're coming out with people who are maybe less likely to accept it. For example, closed-minded family members or people who aren't as open-minded. And secondly, don't feel pressured to come out to anyone or at any time. Just do it when you feel comfortable, if you want to do it, and if you feel like sharing that information, especially with asexuality, because if you don't want to tell anyone about asexuality, that's not a problem, because no one's going to know really whether you're having sex or not, whether you like sex or not, unless it explicitly comes up in conversation. If you feel comfortable not coming out to people, or you feel like it would be dangerous or may hurt your relationship with someone to come out to them, then, and you don't want to risk that, then don't come out. You don't have to if you don't want to, and just basically take your time and do it when you're comfortable and you know that you're safe and you'll be happy. And finally, do you listen to or like any K-pop? No, sorry. I've never really listened to it, to be honest, so I can't give a fair judgment on whether I like it or not, but I don't have an opinion on it, sorry. That was all the questions. This video has gone on for way too long. I think I have nearly an hour of footage. I don't know how much of it's going to make it through, to be honest. I'll try and cut it down as much as possible, but I don't want to get rid of any questions or answers. So, I'm sorry for the long video, or you're welcome for the long video, whichever one you prefer. Once again, thank you for all the support. If you have any suggestions for future videos, or anything you want to say, then please comment them down below. Please comment those things down below. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like. I post videos every Saturday, so if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. That is all I had to say today. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time.